You also, I saw on X, Twitter as it was, that you have some concerns as well about local area plans and how they may be affected by, the iPass people coming in under the direction, I suppose, of the Department of Integration, Séamie. What are you saying about, is that because of population increase?
Yeah, look, we've sat down. I think we had something like 20 meetings last year to draw local area plans in Nina and to do a county development plan. And those county development plans are based on a national development plan. And we were given very, very ring-fenced population trends that we were allowed to stick to. In other words, you couldn't give planning permission for anything above the population trends that were given, and they were tight enough, Fran. They were so tight that we had to go back to government and say, "Hang on, Tipperary is going to grow a bit more than that now. We need more population trends." So that's what we have to live by. That's what every town and village in Tipperary has to live by. And with those population trends and with the development plan comes your spending allowance, the allowance that you can spend on services, for instance, on schools, on hospital services, on doctors. All of these services follow the population trends that follow the development plan. But there's one side of government then, Roger O'Gorman's department, can throw the development plan out the window and bring in hundreds of people, if we're talking about Ross Gray, dump them into a place and kick the development plan out the window. But yet if a developer came to Nina tomorrow and he was lucky enough to have the money to build, 100 houses, he'd have to do an EIS, an environmental impact study, which would include, the schools, where the kids out of those houses were going to go to schools, sewerage, water, all of those things come into play if an ordinary developer came in and wants to develop houses. But yes, when Roger O'Gorman wants to dump people off the streets in Dublin, the development plan goes out the window, particularly in Tipperary.
He would probably say to you that this is an emergency situation, vast numbers of people, and we're obliged to accommodate them. Séamie, what would you say back to that?
21,000 Irish people went to Australia last year, Frank. They didn't leave because they wanted to leave. They left because they couldn't put a roof over their heads. We are in an emergency situation here in Ireland. We have 14,000 homeless of our own. Our own young people see no hope at all in fact, it's reverse racism. We are now being racist against our own people because our own people cannot get what they thought they were being brought up to get, which was to be able to put a roof over their heads.
I put that to Micheál Martin on this very programme, Séamie, and he said to me that these people were going, and my own son was heading at the time, and he said to me that these people are going off for adventure and they're going off for experience and all of that.
Well, Fran, the next time Micheál Martin wants to go and watch Cork playing hurling or football, and in 10 years' time, there's going to be very little hurlers or footballers around the place because our young, educated Irish people that were brought up to play GAA and will probably, produce kids to play GAA, he would be able to say, look back in that and say the Irish people went for a bit of adventure. They're not coming home, Fran. That's the problem. They're not coming home. And it's not easy in Australia either because accommodation is tightening up there. But at least we have the release valve that they can go. But I don't want my children to go. I have 4 children. I want them all in Ireland. I want them all here being good Irish citizens. I want them here to be able to work and have children. Irish people, our young Irish people are delaying having children into their 30s. That is having a significant effect on the population of this country. So if Micheál Martin and Fianna Fáil are okay with that, that's up to themselves. But what we're seeing is that we're seeing the government have seemingly turned a blind eye to the racism that's been inflicted on our own Irish people in this country, where they went through school, they went to college, they educated themselves, and the first thing they have to do after finishing their education is get a plane ticket and leave the country.
Well, if you look at the polls in the Sunday Indo, Séamie, it would lead you to believe that Irish people are okay with this.
And listen, I've run in 3 general elections, and sometimes I say to myself, the Irish people deserve everything they get, but they don't. It's not fair that our young people have to leave the country, Fran. And I mean, I'm not worried about polls. I'm not worried about the way people vote. People can vote whatever way they want to vote, Fran. But I mean, you have to remember, in the last local elections, there was something done I've never ever seen done before, where our government politicians rushed into getting people that are here temporarily to allow them the ability to vote. I've never seen that before. And they're trying now to turn the table, to have people that are here on temporary rules to be able to allow the vote to replace the people that are leaving the country, and I think that's just wrong.
It sounds very cynical, Séamie.
It does, Fran, but unfortunately, I had someone on to me to tell me that there was people registering people left, right, and centre. Now, we've all done it in the past in terms of registering new people in our towns. They don't vote. I know from when we get the marked register to see how many vote. They don't have to vote. They don't get involved. But we have cynically people doing that now. But that's what's happening, Fran. But at the same time, why aren't their own Irish people who are living out the country given the right to vote? Like Poland and other places like that. You can go to their embassy and vote like other countries because they don't want them voting, because those are the people that will vote our governments out.